Hello everybody, this is SeetherCord here, and welcome to my 6,000 subscribers special. Oh my god, I am so excited for this. You cannot believe how excited I am for this, for reals. First of all, I just want to say thank you all so much for helping us get to this huge milestone of 6,000 subscribers. I know in the grand scheme of things that doesn't really matter and all, but to me, 6,000 is still a lot of people, and I appreciate all 6,000 of you being willing to hit that subscribe button because you feel like my content is worth your time to come back and keep watching. That means the world to me, it really does. And for this 6,000 subscriber special, I wanted to do something really personal and unique, and that is I wanted to show off another huge passion I have in my life for you guys besides YouTube. And that other big passion besides YouTube that I have is game collecting. I have been collecting video games for over 10 years at this point, and I might have over 200 plus games in my collection and like nearly 10 systems. That's because I just put a lot of time and effort towards trying to find the best deals, having a lot of times going on eBay and trying to get the best deal, finding games at bins or getting games from friends that don't really know the value of them, and also just putting a lot of time and effort not into just playing the games themselves, but also just getting and finding the games for their best prices is a challenge within itself. And I am super duper excited to make this video. I've been wanting to make this video for a couple months now at this point, getting ready for that 6,000 subscribers. But now we finally reached it, and now we're gonna finally get into my collection of video games. And now with that introduction finally said and out of the way, let's now finally get to my video game collection. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with showing off all the handheld systems that I own. And why not start off with the good old Nintendo Game Boy? Pretty old one, the oldest thing I got in my collection pretty much. Pretty solid one. It looks pretty old, but I like it a lot. Then we get ourselves the Game Boy Advance SP. I got the red one. This is the first model. The second one has a better flashlight, but I don't have the third one yet, or that one, the model yet, or get more. I gotta start collecting them more. The Game Boy Advance SP came with this little pouch. It didn't come with a pouch. I had this. I've had this for many years in my life. This is like, I've had this for like maybe 12 or so years. It's amazing. I love it. You can put games in the back, or games in the front pouch, and put the Game Boy Advance SP in the back pouch. Pretty cool. Then we got ourselves the DS Lite, the black one I have. It's pretty cool. Pretty awesome one. I'm missing a stylus, but I gotta get more. Then I got ourselves the DSi. I almost said the XL, but it's just the DSi. Pretty cool. First time to introduce the camera to it. It's pretty awesome. And then we got ourselves the original 3DS model. I got the aqua blue one. Here's the little dock charger set on it also. The original box and everything will come on the back, but it's alright. This was really fun. I've had a lot of hours of fun playtime on it, but however, I had to move on to the XL because I have big hands and I need a bigger screen for my games. Plus, they run better on the XL ones. And then we got ourselves the new Nintendo 2DS XL. Pretty awesome one. This one came after this one, but I just had an order, which I got it. Pretty awesome if you ask me. The 2D feature is all that really, the 3D feature is not in this one, it's just the XL version, which I like. I still don't own any 2DSs yet, so I have to go get those. And also it had this little pouch to carry the 2DS specifically. It has this nice little pen and 4 slots for games. You put the 2DS in there. Pretty cool. And now we got ourselves the Nintendo 3DSL limited edition, A Link Between Worlds 3DS. This is pretty amazing looking and slick. 3DS XL. Has the Triforce on the top to represent Hyrule and the black Triforce to represent Lorule, like in the game, which A Link Between Worlds is a sequel to A Link to the Past. That's pretty cool. This is my main 3D amazing on the XL size. So that is pretty much all of my handheld systems. Let's now move on to the home. Okay, let's now move on to the first batch of home consoles that I own. First we got is the Nintendo GameCube. This is a pretty amazing system. It's my all-time favorite game console of all time. I love its shape. It was a very underrated Nintendo GameCube, or Nintendo system. One of the worst selling, excluding the Wii, as its home console system. Didn't do as well, but it made it a decent amount. On the bottom we got ourselves the Game Boy Player. I actually own 2 of these. You can use this, pop in any Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, or original Game Boy game with the boot up disc, and you can play the games right on your TV. It's pretty amazing. Next we got ourselves the NES Classic Edition. I have the system out here right here. Awesome little way to play original NES games. You got 30 on there, and also got the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. It's pretty awesome plug and play system. It has 20 games that were released on the Super Nintendo, and also never released Star Fox 2. Pretty cool as well. I did a Let's Play or show off of all 30 NES Classic Edition games. Maybe I might do Super Nintendo in the future, maybe. Not fully sure. And next we got is the Nintendo Wii. I don't have a box for either the GameCube or the Wii because these are like really old systems for me. I have the white one. I forgot to mention I have the indigo purple GameCube right here, by the way. For the Wii, I love this system. I put many hours onto it. Won't deny it's kind of overrated. Most of the games are really bad and it's mostly shovelware, but the games that are good are very good and they're classics. I love the design of it. It looks really slick, awesome, but again, it looks good. It is a well-crafted system and all. The only downside, motion controls weren't good and also mostly shovelware games, but good games are really good. All right, so now we got all of the first half of my home console systems. Let's now move on to the second half. All right, let's move on to the second batch of systems we have now. First thing we got is the Sega Dreamcast. This is the only Sega system that I own. I have to get to owning the other ones later on, like the Master System and the 32X and everything like that. Hell, maybe even some Atari systems like the Atari Jaguar and all. But anyway, back to the Sega Dreamcast. I only own about 2 games for the system, but I gotta collect some more because I hear this was the last Sega system they released before they went to only creating games themselves. And but I heard this was a really great closing for them, and it was a very underrated system. Next thing we got is the Sony PlayStation 2, the only Sony console I have. I have to get the PS1, PS3, and PS4 also in the future. But I have some good memories with this. This is my brother's old one, and I have had a lot of hours put into this PS2. So even though I'm not a big PlayStation guy, I definitely want to get into it more, way more than Microsoft or anything like that. But definitely I will get into more of it, and overall PS2 is really good. Next we got is the Xbox 360. I put a lot of hours into this. This is the, I believe the super slim model, or just the Xbox 360 slim model. This is a very awesome system, better than the original 360 model. They got the red ring of death. I enjoyed this a lot. I put many hours into it, especially in high school. High school pretty much was the Xbox 360 for me. I have only about 15 or so games for it, but I have put a lot of hours into pretty much each game for it, and I have a lot of great memories with this baby. Next thing we got is the Wii U, and that is not a good thing to happen right there. No siree. The Wii U we got, this is the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD Limited Edition Wii U. It's the black 32GB system for the Wii U, and it also comes with the gamepad. Has a nice Triforce symbol all over it. It's amazing looking. Look at it, how beautiful and golden it is. It comes with the Hyrule Historia and the copy of Wind Waker HD downloadable versions for each. Not the physical ones, sadly, but you get free digital ones, and this is probably the most valuable thing in my entire collection because it's probably about $400 or $500 this whole thing now, but thankfully I got it when it first came out. Overall, the Wii U, it was a good system. It was way better than the Wii, but it was marketed poorly, and the gamepad implementation definitely brought down the good games and kept third-party developers out of it. So it was a failure for Nintendo, sadly, but it's a good system in my opinion. Better than the Wii, definitely. And last but not least, we have what I picked up recently, which was the Nintendo Switch. The controller gamepad's look a little weird. I bought some protectors for the screen, a glass protector for the screen that's on it right now, and the Joy-Con protectors. I accidentally bought the gray ones for the red and blue Joy-Cons, but that's why it looks so dark, but it's alright. It's no big deal. It has a little controller too. I've only put in a couple hours into this since yesterday, and I will say that overall, it's really great. It's innovative. It's definitely marketed towards an older demographic because this is very fragile. You gotta be really careful with it. But overall, it is great, and I love it so far, and I definitely can't wait to put more games into it. So that's pretty much all the remaining home consoles, and now we got, with all the consoles taken care of, let's now get to the games of everything I got, so let's get into that. Okay, let's get on to the GameCube collection. This is probably the biggest set of games that I own because I really value the Nintendo GameCube a lot, so there's the most I have. There's so many GameCube games. Oh my god. So let's just get started. First we got is the, don't want to move too far. We got the Pinball Hall of Fame Gottlieb collection. We got Wave Race Blue Storm, Ed, Edd n Eddy The Misadventures, SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, a bunch of more SpongeBob games. I won't list all of them. We got the 2 Midway Arcade Treasure games. There's a third one. I haven't collected that one yet. We got Pac-Man Fever and Namco Museum. I love this, especially Pac-Man Arrangement. That's a great game. Harvest Moon, I got that one Harvest Moon game. Got the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. This has Mega Man 1 through 8 or 9, I'm pretty sure. I haven't finished it yet, but I gotta get into it because I really want to try out Mega Man. Got Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Riders, all the Sonic stuff with Sonic Mega Collection has The classic Sonic games, Sonic 1 through 3, Sonic and Knuckles, pretty cool. One Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Donkey Konga, which also has bongos, which I'll get to later. Pikmin, a great game in my opinion. Kirby Air Ride, this game is extremely fun. I loved just having so much fun racing around this game. One of the best games I've ever played. And we got all the Zelda stuff. This is the ones I value the most. You got Zelda Twilight Princess, Zelda Force of Adventures, Collector's Edition, Zelda Wind Waker, and Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest bonus disc. This is pretty cool. Zelda Collector's Edition and Ocarina of Time Master Quest, you can't buy these in stores. You had to pre-order these. This one has the Zelda 1 and 2 and Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask. And Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest, it pretty much just has a second version of Ocarina of Time, but Master Quest is like the more difficult dungeon, so that's pretty cool. We got ourselves Luigi's Mansion launch title, Mario Party 4, 5, 6, and 7. 5 I don't have the case for, I just have the disc. We got Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. This is considered one of the best games from Nintendo by a lot of people. Definitely recommend the game. It's really fun, amazing, beautiful story, great characters. Mario Kart Double Dash, hours of fun. I love this game, it's amazing. Super Mario Sunshine, pretty awesome game, a little overrated. And Super Smash Bros. Melee, currently doing this on my Seether Chills channel, no commentary, go check that out if you want. Overall, this game is amazing, and a lot of people love this game, people still play it. And last thing we got, I also forgot to mention we got Naruto. I don't have a cover for it, I just got the disc and the manual. So Naruto Clash of Ninja, apparently, some fighting game. And we got last is the Game Boy Player. You need this to use the Game Boy Player hardware. The hardware for the Game Boy Player is not expensive, but the disc itself is. So if you want to play the Game Boy Player, you need this. This is the most expensive thing to get. So make sure you get both or you can't use it. And with all the GameCube stuff out of the way, let's now move on to the next one. Okay, let's move on to the Xbox 360. This is the majority of the games. These are all the games that I own. Pretty much, I have a lot of fond memories with this system, definitely in my high school days, and I have enjoyed a lot of my time in these games. So let's move on. Kinect Adventures. This is for the Kinect. Me and a friend shared the Kinect, and we would like swap at each other's house. We would save up for it together, and it was horrible. And then I was just like, "You can have it." And I just remember I have Kinect Adventures still. Yeah, pretty much. SpongeBob Truth or Square. Don't really remember that game that well. I have 2 copies of Forza Motorsport 3 for some reason. I think it was my friend's copy and just gave it to me in exchange for the Kinect. I guess this is better. I got 2 a baseball game, football game, 2010, 2K8. Lego Star Wars: A Complete Saga. I love this. Definitely on the 360. It was great. Definitely deserves that Platinum Family Hits title. Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4 and 5 through 7. Definitely love 1 through 4. Never really cared for 5 through 7 personally. Next we got is the Dreamcast collection. It has Bass Fishing, Sonic Adventure, Space Channel 5 Part 2, and Crazy Taxi. Mostly played it just for Sonic Adventure and Crazy Taxi. Didn't care for the other 2. Pretty alright. Sonic games, horrible piece of shit game, worst game ever made. One of the worst games I've ever played in my life. Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations, pretty decent games. This game's really good. This one's alright. Halo Reach, I enjoyed it a little bit personally. Never played that much besides Halo Reach. Nier, I haven't fully played the game, but it's a pretty awesome and sad game at the same time. You have to play through the game 4 times to fully complete it, and the last ending you have to delete your save file, which is a really sad ending. Very diminishing. Portal 2, played it on PC, got a sealed copy for 360. Awesome. I loved it. I was just like, I saw it and I gotta waste my paycheck on it. Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock, absolutely amazing. The best Guitar Hero game ever. And I wish the Guitar Hero games, or the Hero games in general, would just follow this route more with Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock, because it's great. Really bad Final Fantasy 13. Bad way to get started in the Final Fantasy series, which I did. But if you want to start playing Final Fantasy games, I recommend 7. Definitely 7 over this. 13 was bad. GTA 5, pretty much the last game I played for this system. You know, a lot of people played on the Xbox One and the PS4, but I didn't have either of those, so I was just like, get on 360. I had a blast with it. This was just absolutely amazing. Can't wait for GTA 6. Alright, so that's it for the 360. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, now we're going to move on to the DS and the 3DS. Pretty much, I also want to mention here, these are just 4 empty DS cases that I got from GameStop for free because the people there were really cool. Let's start off with this. We got the Personal Trainer Walking. It's pretty much complete inbox, not sealed, but It's a pretty cool, neat thing. I'm not gonna really open it, but I just had it. It was literally like $1 when I got it at like some bin. Cartoon Network Racing, this is a really old game I had since I was a little kid. I still have it, apparently. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, it was alright. I put a lot of hours into it, but I didn't really like it. But it's one of those games where like you don't like it, but you play it a lot because you have nothing else to play. And then we got Sonic Rush. It's alright, if you ask me. Decent DS Sonic game. Namco Museum, great way if you want to play Pac-Man on the DS and a bunch of other games like Dig Dug and stuff like that. Really fun. Then we got New Super Mario Bros. I'm actually playing this in my spare time because I never fully 100% of it, and I want to because I'm a completionist like that. Really fun game. Definitely one of the best-selling games ever made. Definitely deserves it. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Haven't finished it, but I put a lot of hours into it as a kid. Definitely a weird fetish game. There's a lot of really kinky stuff in the game that's kind of questionable, Nintendo and furries and everything. Next is Super Mario 64 DS. Awesome remake of Super Mario 64. Not perfect, but it's alright. Mario Hoops 3-on-3, Kirby Mass Attack, good sports game, decent Kirby game. We got Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass and Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks is a beautiful game. I love it. It's awesome. Great story, great music, everything. Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, that's a different case. I did not like this game at all. It was a horrible game. I did not like just its overall thing. The only thing was that some of the characters were interesting, but that is like it. Gameplay was boring. Repetitive music was just ripped off from Wind Waker. Bad game, in my opinion. Now let's move on to the 3DS with my small collection of 3DS games. We got Steel Diver, awful game that was literally $1. Mario Party Island Tour, haven't put that much time into it yet, got to. Mario Party the Top 100, 100% into that a few months ago. Definitely a good title if you ask me. I liked it, and I liked the red casing for it. It's pretty cool. It's an alright game. It's not great, but I had a lot of fun with it. Then we got ourselves Mario Kart 7, awesome racing game. Not really that special though. It was pretty cool, but a lot of other more games in the series are way better. Super Mario 3D Land. This game is pretty cool. I liked it a lot. Pretty solid game. New Super Mario Bros. 2, not good. It was way too easy. Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds. Haven't finished it yet, but I got a few dungeons. I think like a third of the way done with the game. Gotta try it up again in the future. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D and the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Both really good remakes. Ocarina of Time 3D, definitely near perfect in my opinion. Majora's Mask 3D, it's solid and all, but it could have been better. I did not like the fact that they changed the I didn't like the fact that they changed the bosses and all. That was the only downside to it. But still, both of these are really solid titles. Definitely recommend it if you don't want to get the classic original model N64 games. Alright, so let's now move on to the Wii games. Okay, let's move on to the Wii. Okay, this one has a lot of bad games, but however has a lot of good games as well. So we got a bunch of the third-party crap, the licensed games and crap, SpongeBob, Toy Story. Nancy Drew has a cute white wolf. I got this because the Game Grumps thing was like, dope, and I hit it again, and I missed. I hit another popsicle. I love that. We got ourselves Rabbids Go Home and Band Hero, another crappy game. Force Unleashed, I heard it's alright. Force Unleashed 2, I mean, Lego Indiana Jones Original Adventures and Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventures Continues. I like both of these games, more so this first one than the second one, but it was good. This first game was really good. It had a lot of memories. I remember I was like 7 when I played this. Oh my god. Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition, a great game. Also, the Wii version is probably one of the best versions up next to the GameCube version. Okami. I have not played this game yet, but I have a sealed copy and I don't want to open it because it's like I got it for like $3 and it's amazing. I hear so many great things about this game. I gotta play it some eventually. I might open it. I don't know. Pikmin 2, great remake of the first edition of it on the GameCube because they remade both Pikmin 1 and 2 on the GameCube for the Wii. Sonic Colors, pretty solid Sonic game, one of the only good 3D Sonic games out there. Kirby's Epic Yarn, pretty good game, maybe more so for kids, but it's good. Link's Crossbow Training, got 2 copies of Twilight Princess for the Wii. I actually have 3 copies of Twilight Princess because of these 2 copies and the GameCube versions, 3 copies of the same game. Zelda Skyward Sword, it's an alright game, but it was very disappointing overall. It's definitely one of the worst games in the series in my opinion. Probably could have been the worst if it was not for the amazing story. But besides the amazing story, there was terrible motion controls and just bad gameplay. It was very linear. Did not like it virtually at all. And the only thing that kept me going was the story. Very disappointing game. Wii Sports, We Play, Wii Sports Resort. Pretty fun titles, good games to like waste time on with friends and all. Mario Party 8 and 9. 8's a solid game, 9's complete garbage to abandon the formula that people loved about the game that was keeping this franchise alive. Mario Power Tennis, difficult game but fun. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, solid game. I like this cover. I like this case, I like it all red and shit. Super Paper Mario, people were disappointed with this game, but I think it's a solid game, in my opinion. Super Mario Galaxy, got 2 copies of this game. One got scratched, this one's better. Super Mario Galaxy 2, solid game in my opinion. People think it's overrated, like, oh, it's just copying Galaxy 1, but it's a good game also. It's a lot, there's 240 stars, you're gonna spend some time on it, it's a lot of fun. Mario Kart Wii, awesome game, one of my favorite Mario Karts in the franchise. One of the best selling games of all time also, really good game. And last game, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. People disappointed because Melee fans got butthurt. I can kind of understand them. Definitely my least favorite, but it has some good elements. Good story mode and everything, but overall, one of my least favorites in the Smash Bros. Franchise. So that's it for the Wii. Let's move on to the Wii U. Okay, now we're on to the Wii U. Not that many games. I only really focus with the system to get the actually good games for the most part. Still got some bad. Zombie U, my friend, an old friend I had, really wanted to play this game. I remember out of all the games I owned, he was like, I want to play Zombie U for some reason, but I didn't really enjoy it. Assassin's Creed 3, this game scratched. I was kind of disappointed. It could have been a good game, but like after an hour or two just scratched up, so never finished it. I definitely should get to them on the other systems. Probably the Wii U port of the game is probably not that good. Sonic Lost World, it's all right. It has good qualities. It's enough to be a passable Sonic game, especially for the 3D era, but still not fun for the most part. Nintendo Land, pretty fun game to waste a little time on. Haven't really fully played it yet, but I need a lot more people to play with, but I'm lonely. Maybe I might do another Seether plays or some Seether arena thing with my friends in New Orleans again, and we can do that maybe. Star Fox Zero with Star Fox Guard inside. I like Star Fox Guard. It's not like Star Fox Zero. It was a very bad game to continue, and it definitely showed with the bad sales. But Star Fox Guard is like pretty much Five Nights at Freddy's, as you can see in here. But it's like a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of clone game, but it was fun. So I enjoyed it more for Guard rather than Star Fox Zero. NES Remix Pack, really fun, like kind of challenges you can play on the original NES games. Pretty fun to just try to challenge yourself a little bit. Haven't finished it, but I should. I got Splatoon. This is a game, it's sealed. Haven't opened it yet, but I need to get to it eventually. I hear it's a really good game. Super Mario Maker. The box is a little damaged because I was careless a few years ago. But overall, it's fun. I'm not really, it's not a game for me. I can understand the community aspect of it and all, people liking it. But it hasn't really been something I can really get into that much because I'm more of like I want to complete stuff and everything rather than like get community involved multiplayer wise, and I don't really like it, but I respect it and I understand a lot of people's interest in it. I got the double pack, by the way, that has the booklet, so that's cool. New Super Mario Bros. U, haven't finished it yet, should get to doing that eventually. Mario Kart 8, lots of hours of fun, had a lot of fun with that. Super Mario 3D World, 100% of this. I had to beat the game pretty much 5 times with each of the 5 players. It was a nightmare, but I did it. Just take that sticker off eventually. Hyrule Warriors, haven't gotten the time to get to it yet, but I hear it's great, and I want to get to it. Dynasty Warriors with Zelda, seems like a lot of fun. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, haven't had the time yet. I got the Wii U version because I didn't have a Switch at the time, but I need to get the Switch version too because I'm crazy like that. But I hear it's great, and I hear this takes up a lot of space in the Wii U hard drive, so I think it's a good thing I'm not playing anything else on the Wii U right now. And Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, I overall liked it, put in a good amount of hours onto it. It's not as good as Melee in my opinion, but however, it's a pretty solid game in the franchise, better than Brawl in my opinion. And now the comment section is going to explode. Anyway, let's continue on to the more miscellaneous systems I have very few games for, so let's get to that. Alright, now let's get on to the last set of like miscellaneous stuff that I have of like smaller kind of like systems. I got my 2 Sega Dreamcast games I got are Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Sonic Adventure 2. So I got 2 copies of that. I got the original release of Sonic Adventure 2. It's pretty fun. It's kind of hard to get used to the controller though, I'll give it that. And then Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Yeah, overall, haven't gotten GameStat yet, but I should in the future get to eventually collecting for the system. Next we got ourselves is my PlayStation 2 games. Only got a few of them. I got SpongeBob, Madagascar, I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, pretty game. People don't like that one as much. They only like the first two really. And I got Jak and Daxter and Jak 3. Okay, Jak and Daxter, precursor to Jak 3. I love the Jak and Daxter franchise. It's my favorite Naughty Dog series, and I like how they went from an amazing game like this all the way to an amazing game like Uncharted. Had a lot of fun with those two. NCAA and Anti-Grab the Eye Toy. I don't have the Eye Toy, just remember I found this in a bin. I was like, pick it up. Anyway, next we got is our Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. We got Mario Tennis. We got Super Mario Land, Kirby Tilt and Tumble, Zelda, Link's Awakening DX, Pac-Man, got Pac-Man, Game & Watch Gallery 2, and Tetris. All these pretty solid, in my opinion. Now we got the Game Boy Advance. We got Shrek 2. Gotta love the memes for that one. I got Super Mario Advance and Super Mario Advance 4. Super Mario Advance 2 and Super Mario Advance 4. I mean Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3. Pretty cool titles and remakes of the original games. Ed and Eddie Jawbreakers for some reason, that game. Pac-Man Collection. Okay, that's what it is. It has a Pac-Man arrangement. I love that one. I already mentioned that. Zelda Minish Cap. Pretty solid game, in my opinion. Really underrated Zelda game also. SpongeBob Lights, Camera Pans again. I have 3 copies of this game for some reason. What the hell? And then we got one Game Boy Advance video cartridge for the Cartoon Network Collection. What does it say? Special Edition. Oh my god. There are about 40 of those released. They're basically just cartoons or movies they put onto Game Boy Advance cartridges. Can't work them on the Game Boy player though because copyright reasons. But anyway, now we got ourselves my 5 NES titles. Original NES titles I got. And they also come with these 4 pouches I've collected also over time. We got ourselves Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, Legend of Zelda, gold cartridge, awesome. Tetris 1, the first Tetris game, Tetris 2, and we got NES Open Tournament Golf. It's pretty cool. Now we're gonna move on to the one Xbox game I got, which is Star Wars Battlefront 2. My brother had it, so just had it around laying there for some reason. All right. And last thing we got is my Switch stuff. I got this just recently. I got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. That's for Cramp. She went to go visit her. She's like, I want Let's Go Eevee. Like, do you want Pikachu or Eevee? And she's like, Eevee. And I'm like, okay. And I got Super Mario Odyssey with the Traveler's Guide booklet inside. It's pretty, excuse me, pretty cool. And yeah, I played it a little bit with Odyssey, keeping the copy of this sealed because Crampshy will have a hissy fit if it's not sealed. She's like, I wanted to open it. I want to taste the new game smell. Anyway, and that's pretty much it for all the games. And yeah, it's a mess over here. Just look in this corner, all that crap I got on the floor. Holy shit. I gotta clean that up. But anyway, let's get to the end of this video. Thank you all for watching this. So let's get to the end. So that pretty much wraps up my entire video game collection. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun seeing my game collection, and I hope that a lot of other video game collectors out there will feel more kin with me and all for being able to share this similar interest that we have collecting video games. I want you guys to know that if you feel like you want to get a big video game collection like myself, or even a bigger one at that point, try to find the best deals on eBay and Amazon, try to buy games in bundles for very cheap. You can do that if you search in the right places. You can save a lot of money if you do. And hell, you'll be able to possibly even find some games you never knew that were that great that you'll finally have an opportunity for. And a lot of those games are very rare and hard to come by these days. Again, thank you guys so much for the 6,000 subscribers overall. I can't wait for us to get to 10,000 or maybe even 100,000 if that will happen. I doubt it, but it's a nice thing to dream about. And still, the subscribers really shouldn't matter at the end of the day. I know it matters most about the content that I'm producing and the connection I have with you guys over my videos. But again, I'm just grateful for every single subscriber, and I always will be to you guys for just supporting me, and that's just honestly what means the most to me at the end of the day. And that's overall been the 6,000 subscribers special. If you enjoy my content and want to further help out my channel, please consider donating to my Patreon page, hitting that like button, turning on that notification bell, and subscribing all together. I've been SeetherCord, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember guys, keep collecting and game on. Goodbye everyone. The fuck? She's like, Daddy, fuck you, Daddy, Daddy. But I'm not gonna do freaking DDLG shit in here. They're all scared and shit, oh god.